Hello everyone, we are back, and we're playing Poppy this time. Yeah, this was to be expected. We're gonna be running manual with Bowtie, not Bowtie, Pink Bow. Also, Hell is here. Anyways, same as last time, 5 floors, let's just get started. Now let's talk about Poppy's ability. Now, I think I covered it last time, but I'm just gonna cover it again here. Poppy's ability is something stupidly simple, but it is so worthless for us. Okay, not necessarily worthless, it's just prefers not to be used. So, the way the ability works is that once you get hit, you get an increased move speed of I think 15% or 50%, something with a 5 in it. That's all I remember. And for players, actually let's check real quick. Yeah, we're playing Poppy, as you can see. We pick out Poppy. 50% move speed for 3 seconds after getting hit. And for those who don't know how this challenge works, I have to get to a floor designated by the rarity of the toon. In this case, we have a common toon, so we have to get this floor 5. And we have to use a universal charm, which would be manual wrench, the Plushie bat, stuff like that. Things that you don't need research to get. Ooh, good. No, bad. Maybe good. Nope, still bad. Okay, but maybe good. That's Cosmo. He follows me. Where did the Cosmo go? He went down. The other one is Poppy, and why are you coming back up? And there was Poppy down there. Over. We didn't pick manual for no reason. Though we could probably pick a Venus at home, aka wrench, which is something I do advise running, especially as you're starting the game. It is one of the better trinkets to get, along with speed shoes, which honestly might have been the better choice here to match the speed vibe, but 7.5% run speed is very nice. So, yeah, that's what Pink Bow does, 7.5% move speed buff. Meanwhile, I get like a 5 or 10% buff to completing gens by running the Pink Bow. Not Pink Bow, the manual. Oh my god. Same stats as last time, 3 across the board, so you're not trying to turn, are you? You're trying to turn. Oh my. Cosmo just knows where I am. He has my IP address. He knows. Poppy doesn't have that same power. I like Poppy that way. She won't stalk my ass enough. Yeah, I don't think that joke's ever gonna leave me or DX. Which, if you remember DX, he is actually working on making a bunch of comments on the series about pretty much the key moments. When a gen pops, when I complete a floor, and I think maybe when I take a hit, I don't know. He hasn't commented on the second video made yet, when I completed Trimpo, which you should watch. That was a huge stress, but it was one of the funnest matches I've ever run. And hands down, if you're not doing a challenge run like this, just play Love as Shrimpo. Like, Shrimpo is so bad that he's fun. To a point. I don't know if I solo running, but I advise playing with a few friends, but Shrimpo is actually like surprisingly fun to play. Then again, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm a challenge runner, so... Well, I don't just do challenge runs, I do like playthroughs, I do just fun short videos. Like my last video I posted was a discussion about the event, which that was taken a few days ago. Yeah. It was taken like 2 days ago. Do I want to see Bassie or no? I'll skip on Bassie. I'll skip on skipping Bassie. So, yeah. Overall, it's been a little bit of playing around with Flight, and I really do like Flight. I don't believe that the others are flawed, but Flight works. Flight surprisingly works. I cannot say too much about Coca, but... And for Bassie, it's made me realize that there's not just 2 roles in the game, there's actually a 3rd one. Which honestly could be a video all on itself talking about the 3rd role of Dandy's world. I'm biased. But I think I'll talk about it here because there's not much to do. And Dandy, please. You gave me Valve. I'll take Jawbreaker. But I'll see you in hell. Anyways, yeah, there's 3 roles. 3 roles in Nanny's world, and they are Extractor, Distractor, and Sport. And as soon as you... Oh. That's frickin' evil. As soon as I stop seeing the game in a 2-role manner of Distractor and Extractor, ooh, excellent. Event character and the next character to do, but I am just gonna get mastery on them first. Like, I really enjoy using the mastery skins, or the vintage skins. They're just mastery skins, I don't care what people say. But, yeah. I'm surprised we got scraps. That was kinda cool. Anyways, as soon as I stopped looking at the game in a 2-role perspective, instead looked at as it should be a 3-role perspective, every genre of game has a 3-role setup. That is not fair, at least. And but the most common one is online PvP games. And for them, it's offense, defense, support. Like, obviously, League of Legends has top lane, bot lane, jungle, support, mid. Like, there's 5 there, but for Pokemon Unite, there's ones that are recommended to go top, jungle and bot, alongside 5 other ones that by the game themselves, which is attacker, defender, support, all-rounder, and speedster. So, like, multiple roles, more than 2 roles is very common, and for a while, like, my brain just said there were 2. And I think that caused me to, like, see Bassie in a way I shouldn't be seeing them. Because during that time, I saw Bassie as a character that couldn't be placed in the either category. And that's because they were never meant to be in either category. They are a support. The not so surprisingly found 4th category. 4th, yes. 3rd category. Well, come on. Anyways. Basically, if you're trying to use Bassie as a brain please that If you try to use Bassy as a distractor, your stealth will be a problem. If you try to use them to extract, you just won't have the stats for it. Because you have a total of 3 stat points. 3. Spread among 2 stats. The 2 stats that are most important when doing generators. However, once you look at how the stats build into the abilities, you find it different. Yes, they have high speed and high stealth. Normally that would contradict one another. But if we're looking at someone who is not meant to do distracting or extracting, but support people who are extracting or distracting, then it makes sense. Say there's a bandage on the floor, Cosmo already has 3 medkits, but that one bandage could later be the difference between life and death. What do you do? Well, Cosmo can't take it. So what you can do is, instead of having Cosmo use his ability or get hit twice for an item that heals only 1, you can take as Bassy and drop it later, making you a much more viable use to the team in that way. And same thing, you can bring Pops, you can bring them different chocolates. Hey, look, it's Poppy again. Oh, it's because Devil May Cry. Oh, give me some chocolate. Oh, I got move speed? That's huge. So, yeah. Well, I still stand firm about my decision about the other 2 being weird stats. Bassy, I feel like, once you look at Bassy, like they're not supposed to be distracting or extracting, their stats make sense. And I was just completely wrong. But I honestly would not have looked at the 3rd row of this game if it weren't for, ironically enough, a video on the probably best hybrid character built in this game, Bishop, who will be seen much later. Well, I say much later on, like I'm not doing all the comments first. Oh, that's a Poppy. Joke's on you, I'm hyperspeed. No, I'm not. That's a different video for a different day. Now, Bassy does have something pretty interesting, we will call it, that no other character actually can do, and it is hyperspeed. Better than Doc? That's way better than chocolate. Holy. Now, before this, I need to talk about a build that I plan to make a video on, and it's Hyperspeed Louie. And I plan to do the same as Bassy once I get Bassy, but Hyperspeed Louie I should talk about. Because this is the fastest character in the game that's not event. And without events, is the fastest character, no matter how you add things up. Once fully buffed, he's always going to be faster than Pebble, always going to be faster than anyone at 5 speed, being buffed with nearly the same treatment. But the thing about this whole Louie being super buffed relies on his ability, which only gives a total of 40. Hold on, let me pull my freaking because this feels weird. Anyways, Louis gets an ability which gives him 20% per hurt loss, totaling up to 40. Making him faster than even Pebble, who's a 5 speed. Bassie can hold a 4th item though, meaning they get an extra 50%. And they have the same base move speed at 3 HP. Meaning, tapes. This makes Bassie able to move 10%. Yes, that's how little difference is between Bassie and Louis. 10%. Bassie moves 10% faster. And that's just insane to me. That it's such a low amount, but at the same time, it's kind of cool that you can even do that. There we go, and that's Gen number 4. And floor 3 is done. 2 more floors and I'm done. Ooh, jungle cables, and... Ooh, that was nice. Dandy, you... Thank you. You did well. I'm saving these for floor 5. When mains can start showing up. You know, unless there's a GG. Now, one thing I'm surprised by is we haven't seen the Twisted of the Day, which I'm really happy about. Don't get me wrong. I would hate nothing more than to get frickin' Finn. Egson again. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yes, I know there's Egson. I was hoping you to tell me who the other one is. I found both Egsons. Oh, it's Tisha. Okay, we're fine. Anyways. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, hyperspeed. Cool. So, the way you would achieve, before the Easter event, the fastest character in the game, you'd have to play Louis. Using 2 extremely niche items that... And of them, you're going to see only one of them in this challenge run. Like... And it's only because it belongs to one of them. One of the characters I'll be playing. Granted, you're not going to see him for a while because I have to get up to the rare characters. But I digress. Oh my... Can I please do the gen? You know what? We're doing this. We're staying at this loop until we gain our stamina back. I could use the soda pop, but I'm just not going to waste it. Who knows what next floor holds? Because I sure the hell don't. I have over 100. That's enough to lose Tisha or Egson. Yeah, this is fine. I am fine. So the way you get hyperspeed Louis, right? Okay. Obviously Louis 1 HP. That was practically guaranteed. Keep it on Tisha. You would need Tisha, which would give 10% move speed buff. No, 25% move speed buff, which is huge, by the way. Because without Tisha, we would be stuck at a much, much lower number. One that barely breaks 100 per move speed, I believe. Let's see. I could be wrong. But I do remember Tisha actually being, like, extremely cool. Because I didn't originally add Tisha to the calculations until I remembered with the effects of things such as, like, Tisha. Also, I can't remember if getting hit speeds you up or not, so I didn't really add that. So, yeah. And if it did, I wouldn't be calculating that anyways, because I want a consistent setup, or as consistent as you can get if you bring the same characters and have the same items and all. So, yeah, Tisha's ability to make Louis even faster brings us up to an extra 20% move speed from the 35 base at 1 HP. Which is huge already. Making us nearly 50 move speed just by having an ability used. That's pretty sick. But then you add 2 more. I don't actually have like all the numbers for what happens when you combine things in a certain way, but then there's the Vanity Mirror and oh wow, audio shit. Okay, we add Vanity Mirror and Alarm, which are too niche in my opinion. But by using Vanity Mirror, you're able to increase move speed during Panic Timer by 30% and 25% for the first like 25 seconds of the panic time. We got Exin, meaning no Bazzy, which I mean, in a way is really good. Oh, we got Boxton. That's sweet. We were looking for him last time. I like Poppy more than I like Boxton. Like, it's nothing against Boxton, but just overall, I like Poppy a lot more. But we still have to complete the area. Yeah, and the way you get these is, I forgot the necessity to get Alarm, but you have to buy it from Dandy's. We can check directly after this run, but yeah, to get Vanity Mirror, you need 100% research on everyone's favorite. Oh, we have all the pop in the world, let's go. None other than Glisten. With Glisten's Vanity Mirror, we boost, which gives 30 and all. And of course, does one as I said. Thank you. Well, isn't this a sight to see? Yeah, no, a screenshot with this is gonna be happening. I'm going to tell you now. That inventory is too sweet to give up. Anyways. The only way to increase further, using only things that are not in an event, so you could get, like, if you start the game up and chose to grind up it, you can just get the last item is, well, a literal item. Is the only other way to boost a stat in this game is to use items. And looking at all the items, like, there's many choices. You can use the Speed Candy, which is really, really good. Especially for its rarity. Oh, you're kidding. Leave me, old man consequences. I do not want you. Throwback to old version of my channel when I was using my trash laptop to make things such as UCN content. I'm still really bad at UCN. Oh, the box spins about. Hey, music box. Come on. Let's just get this chase over with. Yeah, that's right, leave. Good. I was about to yell at the eggs in there. Okay. We can look at jawbreakers, which honestly, tie. If it weren't for them being luck-based, they tie for the best item. But we have no way to make it so that the stat they choose to buff is move speed, which is the only reason why they are not the one picked. If you could tell, like, oh, this one's going to give a move speed buff. This one's going to give a stamina buff. This one's going to give stealth buff. Like, then we'd be using jawbreakers. Because those are way, way better for this. And would take a lot less effort. But you have to roll a 1 in 5 chance 3 times. That's a 1 in 8,000 chance to complete it, because that's a 1 in 20 times 1 in 20 times 1 in 20. No, that's a 1 in 5. That. Yeah, no, I'm smart, I promise. No, it's a 1 in 5. I'm sorry. That is a 1 in 125. There's 125 different combinations you could get from 3 jawbreakers, making them just not viable. Because only one of the 125 will be usable. Which leaves the best item for this. Almost screenshot. Okay. Hopefully, no, I most certainly will remember, right? Ooh, I love that. Who saw me? Nope, nope, nope. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. You know what? We're gonna run box. We're doing this. And then we're using all the soda before we die. Where's that box? Let's go. We're using everything on this floor. If we're gonna die anyways. Like, I am not playing this floor with fucking Pebble of all. Oh, there's still Pebble on me. Okay, that move speed though is insane. Like, what? Okay, so the next item on the list, though, that would be fairly viable to use, though, is the item of choice, and it has a 100% guarantee that the stat it will buff is the correct stat. Hold on, Tisha. Where did Tisha go? We need that Tisha hit now. Dope. Yeah, I'm dead. Tisha ran into a corner. I thought there was a way around. Plus, no stamina. Oh well. I can't believe we got Pebble. But hey, better floor 6 than 5. Yes, we got the 5 floors. Anyway. By using 3 boxes of chocolates fully, we get 100%, 50% move speed, to a public lobby with us. I hate going to public lobbies, but oh well. So, in order to get alarm, we have to survive 50 floors. That's it. We just have to survive 50 floors. Okay. So yeah, for this build, you have to survive 50 floors. Buy Louis, have a friend, play Tish, and then preferably have some base Barrett and Yata to make it semi-more consistent, by the way, because you need 3 boxes of chocolates, which are rare enough, but they give 150 move speed if you use 3 of them fully, which is pretty dang good. Which gave us I can't think. I think it was I know the number. I don't know the decimal point, but I do know the number itself. Because we just have to remove an extra like 15 or 25. Let me check. Yeah, 15% move speed. That's 3.5 plus. Yeah, it was lower, but if you add in the buff you get from Gust, it goes up to like 120.25, which is pretty dang good, all things considered. And then, by adding an extra 10%, we get what Bassi can get to, which is unfortunate we didn't see, but not everyone can be a Bassi, especially when you're solo with add-ons that are less than optimal, and playing a character that's also less than optimal. Not the worst character, don't get me wrong. I love Poppy, as I said. Poppy's my favorite starter of the 2 starters. I don't know why I don't like playing boxing, but I don't. Next will be the egg. But for that, I'm gonna have to do all this. So yeah, watch out for that. That'll be tomorrow's, probably, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. See you in the next. Bye.